Hey Kasane, are we positively, absolutely going to Togetsu?
Of course we are.
At the very least, we should be able to learn something about the cargo sent to the research facility.
I understand that you have bad memories of that place. This time we can make good memories of it.
Or is there some other reason you don't want to go to Togetsu? If that's the case, nobody would blame you for staying behind.
Do you want to stay behind with me?
Fine. Just don't blame me if it sucks. I did warn you.
We're prepared for the consequences. Kagero, show us the way.
Yes, ma'am.
Show us the way. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. This was one of my least favorite zones. Mostly because it's freaking huge. But maybe I can skip some encounters.
I know they said it would be cold, but this is freezing.
I heard that it snows all year round in some areas. Don't catch your death out there.
At least there's a road. What the hell do you think Togetsu is thinking, building a city in a place like this? It's cold, it sucks, and it's a pain in the ass. I haven't even been this far on assignment before.
Who's down for turning back? Everyone? Great. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Enough of that. We already decided we're going, so stop complaining.
I think you're going to regret it.
You seem awfully opposed to this. Are you hiding something about Togetsu from us?
Not at all. You know, maybe I'm imagining it, but it seems like you're pretty eager to get us all there.
It's something we all decided. Didn't we, Kasane?
Yes, and you agreed in the end.
I wouldn't call that agreeing. Can't win them all, I guess.
In any case, we need information, and that requires us to go to Togetsu. Now stop complaining.
It's freezing.
And no more mentioning the cold.
Pretty cold over here too. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. It's okay, I had no plans on doing Tsugumi's or Luca's for that matter. Alright. I'm going to try and just power through this entire zone. Will it work for me? Probably not. Or I can skip a couple of encounters.
That other attacks with explosions. It's dangerous to get close. It's working. Focus on that spot.
This! There! Keep
That was good. Not quite as good as me, though.
Do it.
Useless.
I noticed recently that
Let's use Archie's hypervelocity. If your body catches fire, it's gonna keep hurting you. Be careful.
when the brain crush happens,
You didn't need me.
Kasane's face has like this.
The enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
He's well, the only way you could describe them is lines on her face, but
managed to break it. We'll
Took
be
a
able to go
billion
forward
years.
now.
I'll do it! Checkmate.
That
But
seems to
I
be
don't
the
feel
spot.
like those lines are on her face.
Can you handle it?
That's pretty cool. And actually,
It's over.
see the explosions happening in real time. This is not what I wanted to do.
Stun the enemy that's soaked in water with
I
electrokinesis.
want to do this one.
It's coming down!
I did not a dang thing.
No way.
It got me. Next.
The attack hit the enemy's outer shell. You might be able to break it. The shell is broken. Attack now.
Watch yourself.
Using the Shidan.
It's working. Focus on that spot.
Next.
Is this really the place? I don't think there's a city out here.
There's no mistake. Togetsu is at the peak of Hino Mountain. It's mostly deserted because of the harsh environment.
The people of Togetsu leave the world behind and live for the teachings. I love the world, though.
There's a resource reading that's close.
Oh, so I think what Karin was referring to was that Togetsu wants to, you know, like use the red strings power to go back in time and stuff like that. That's my best guess. It definitely has something to do with Togetsu. There's no dispute there. But makes me believe that he knows what Togetsu's plan is.
Good. We managed to break it. We'll be able to go forward now.
Sucker foo, sucker foo.
Keep your guard.
Work hard. Can you handle it?
Oh, you ran away from that?
Too slow.
Work hard.
I have to do something.
You should leave it to me.
It's covered in water. It'll be easy to electrify.
Can you handle it?
I'll be using this. I'm borrowing
Yeah,
this.
keep it up.
Please, Kagura.
Okay, the enemy has lost us.
I feel like that did nothing.
That seems to be the spot.
Not yet.
Doesn't matter how many there are. There are lots of weird pieces of ice shaped like pillars. Or statues. What are they?
You see them a lot in snowy areas where others are. No one knows how they're formed yet, though.
The mystery of the frozen wasteland. It's not surprising. It's so cold I can't think.
You said you might have the power to slow things down. You wasn't aware that Arashi had that power. Once you saw her have it, you realized that, yeah, that would probably be you. You also didn't realize how cool it actually would be when you said it, and only realized it after you thought about it more afterwards. Fair? Rashi's power is pretty cool.
I didn't really have time to research Togetsu before we left.
I don't know much about it either, other than the fact that the Togetsu faith is headquartered there. How big is the city?
Technically, it's not a city. It only has the facility for the faith itself. It's full of weirdos with creepy obsessions about the moon. Honestly, the place was a nightmare.
I don't think you should be calling them weirdos. People are free to believe what they want. You might not have many good memories, but I think it's important for you to make an effort to understand them.
Yeah.
A blizzard is kicking up. Haruka, what's the weather supposed to be like around here?
That's strange. It should be clear and sunny according to the data. There aren't any readings of a blizzard. Oh, I'm reading another! Closing in from the front! A big one! Be careful!
Is that other causing the blizzard? Focus. All right.
What am I supposed to do against this boss?
Body won't move. This blizzard makes it even colder. We have to finish this soon.
Time to fight back!
The other's body is covered in ice. We should break it.
Work hard!
I'll support you.
It was thanks to my power.
You are not being electrified. Not very nice.
Kasane, the enemy is stunned and can't move. The attack hit the enemy's outer shell. You might be able to break it.
I don't remember how I beat this boss.
That punch is stupid strong. If you stay in its face too long, you'll catch one.
The first time with Homeboy Slice. But I remember I put in a lot of work. That much I remember.
Go, Kasane! Those fast-moving water columns are rough. You can use my power to get through them.
Here! Leave it to
Oh,
me!
I'm soaked. I don't want to move.
Thanks. Don't get cocky just because you helped me a little.
You got this, Kasane.
I'm borrowing this.
What a sucker.
Damage to outer shell confirmed. Break it!
required. It was foolish to face me.
Too easy. Now.
You know what I do think, though?
finish
I think
this.
slowing down time could get boring.
Good job. There are no more other readings in the area.
Ugh. I'm always amazed at the variety of others.
What exactly are others?
Who knows? Could be the twisted work of evolution.
How far is Togetsu? Isn't it dangerous that these others are appearing so close?
Others feed on humans, which there aren't a lot of here, so they really don't have that much of an incentive to attack.
New Himuka probably approved Togetsu's religious state because of this location.
Let's hurry on ahead while we still have the chance. We don't want to run into another one. Also, I'm starting to freeze like Arashi.
Right. Hey Kagero, where are you going? What's over there?
I thought I'd say hi to an old friend. I want to know if anything's changed since I was here last. Sorry I won't be able to show you around, but you guys should go on ahead. I'll catch up to you soon. Don't worry, I've come this far. I'm not going to turn around and leave now. Well, see ya!
I can never take him seriously.
I was hoping Kagero would stick around to introduce you, since no one knows you there.
It's fine. We'll just have to do it ourselves. I hope they let us inside. What is it, Kyoka?
Oh, it's nothing. We should get going.
You're not just gonna let Kagero just dip on out of there. Like, come on. Hey, Acebreaker Ultra. Oh, hello. What's the best thing that happened to you today?
Are you okay, Kyoka? Oh, sorry. I shouldn't sigh. I just have a little headache, like I always do. Well, don't work too hard. The enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you.
It's over.
This is pretty good.
Man, what was I going to say? Well, one thing, I didn't like that we fought the same boss. I wish we could have fought a different boss there. Oh, also, I wonder if her power is, I mean, I guess you can construe it. Like, I always thought that her hyper velocity was her just moving very fast. But I guess if you move very fast, you know, you're slowing time around you. So it's effectively the same thing. Fine.
Kyoka's duplication should be useful. The shell is broken. Aim for its weak spot.
I'm using it.
It's working. Focus on that spot.
Show me what you got.
You seem to be in good form.
Exploding others are a real.
Next.
Okay, keep your distance or you'll get caught in the blast.
Too slow.
How could I?
If your body catches fire, it's gonna keep hurting you. Be careful.
By the way, it makes sense that Arashi would always feel
That was a
tired.
great attack.
Because when she slows down, she technically moves more than the others. Makes them look fast. That is true.
Now, let's finish it.
Get out of there!
Keep your guard up.
This game looks pretty cool. This game has some pretty cool stuff to it. That cannot be denied. Let me bring
can use this if I break it.
I don't think that did a dang thing. Run away!
That seems to be the spot.
I forgot about the exploding guys in this area as well. Also makes this my least favorite.
I'll show you my drive. I'll support you.
Can you handle it?
There! Grab it! There! Keep your
That was
guard
a nice move. Good. We managed to break it. We'll be able to go forward now.
Why is she weaker? Oh, I guess she has one less attack than...
I'm
No,
ready to go. If you need
Yuto
me to
was
fight,
breaking
just say
these
the
with
word.
like 3 hits. Maybe 4. Son ain't getting disrespected.
Lady Kasane. Our treasure.
You have finally returned.
What's going on? Why would I be your treasure?
That's quite a welcome they're giving you.
I don't know, it's still unsettling. They're like robots.
Shiden, don't be rude. I'm sure it's just their custom.
Either way, this is a pretty excessive reception. You have any idea why they do this?
No. I've never been involved with the Togetsu faith in any way.
You would understandably not remember. However, you are originally from Togetsu.
I'm from here?
Yes. You were born with an incredible power. This drew the interest of New Himuka, and they abducted you.
I don't know what you're up to, but you're lying. My parents were killed by others when I was young. That's why the Randall family took me in.
I understand your disbelief. However, those of us in Togetsu have not forgotten you for even a single day. We stood fast, having faith you would return to us one day.
Farce.
This is getting us nowhere. We came here to ask questions. Let's scratch the formalities. We want to know about the brains you've been trading to Seiran.
Yes, we must tell you the truth. However, we will share it only with you. I am terribly sorry, but I must ask you to come with us alone.
No. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to tell them anyway. So why don't you save us the time and just talk to us here?
Kyoka? But your clothes are different, so it's not duplication.
There's another fake Kyoko over here. What's going on? Let me go!
What the hell?
Clones? How is this happening?
Why are their masks
What's
on?
going on? Kyoka, did you know?
I'm sorry, Kasane.
This feeling, I felt it before.
Oh, dang. I wasn't expecting that.
Good night, Kasane. May you have the most pleasant dreams.
Oh, dang. Definitely was not expecting that.
Congratulations, Kasane. You're finally awake. Kasane? Kasane!
Who's calling my name?
Great Cut Calhoun song, by the way. calling my name.
Look
Poor
at
girl.
that. It's a puppy. Isn't that just the cutest thing you've ever seen? I think he's simply adorable. Wouldn't you agree?
A puppy? I feel so safe and warm. Do I know this woman? They killed him. The puppy. That's right. I remember. We were always together. My beloved friend. They killed him. They killed him right in front of me.
No change. Her power failed to trigger. It seems the pet's death is not a sufficient enough shock.
Please stop. Kasane is just a child. Do you think emotionally torturing her will actually save the future?
The design children were created for that purpose. She is not a failure like you. We need the red strings to reset this mistaken universe and bring about the proper future.
We don't need to reset anything. This world is fine the way it is. It's Mother. So warm and kind. She always protected me. How could I have forgotten? No, I don't want to remember. This feeling. What is this?
She has been a complete failure. I had thought making her an attendant would at least prove somewhat useful. I guess enough time has passed. We'll use this next.
That's right. I knew it.
You should feel honored, you failure. You will become the foundation of a new era.
They killed Mother. I'm sorry, Kasane. Please find happiness. That's right. That's the day I lost her. The one who raised me. My mother. I'm an artificially created psionic? Is Red String's power? My head. Where am I? Was that a dream? No, that wasn't a dream. It was memories of a forgotten past. Where am I? If they went through the trouble of drugging me... I knew it. They locked me in. Maybe I can break through somewhere. Who's there?
Lady Kasane, I have brought you fresh clothing.
Huh? Hey! What's going on?
Whoa, chill. Don't get your panties in a bunch, Kasane. It's just me, good old Kagero. What kind of princess attacks their Prince Charming when he comes to rescue her?
Your decision to run off just before we entered Togetsu was pretty suspicious. What do you know? Are you planning on betraying us like Kyoka?
If I was going to betray you, I wouldn't be here to rescue you. Why don't you calm down and use your head? I told you you'd regret coming here. Anyway, I'll explain later. This place is bad news. It's way worse than the last time I was here. Also, and I haven't a clue as to why, but it seems like Yuito's here too.
Yuito? That's not good. They're after my red strings, which means they'll probably target him too because he has the same power.
Then I guess we'll have to save him too. This really puts a damper on my plans. Can't believe I have to sneak past their defenses, meet up with Arashi and the others, and also warn Yuito about the danger. Anyway, I'm going to use my power to turn us invisible. They'll figure out you're gone right away, so we don't have much time. Let's go.
Notice how the technology in that room looks just like the technology from the OSF hospital. Ah, this is how we get to this side. I see. Also, hey, Phil Photon.
Do you know where Yuito is?
We'll know where Yuito, Arashi, and everyone else is if we use Babe.
Babe?
It's the city computer that integrates all information in Togetsu. It's like Arahabaki and Nuhimuka.
Your verdict for this, for the game, 6 out of 10. Cool ideal.
Kasane? Thank God you're okay. I can't contact Arashi and the others.
They might be closed in somewhere.
We can unlock all these doors from Babe's terminal. Let's hurry.
Cool idea, cool art style, lazy developers. Could you expand on the lazy developers comment? Me personally, I feel like lazy developers is a very disrespectful thing to say. And me personally, I have not seen anything in this game, or maybe even any game in my entire life, where I could actually call a developer lazy. So I'm certainly curious where you're coming from.
Kasane, I found Yuito. You see that door? It leads to the city computer Babe.
We should follow them inside.
Oopsies, it's locked.
They won't be able to hear us from in there. We'll have to wait until they come out.
Are you serious? Think about what they just did to you. He probably wouldn't be able to answer even if he could hear you.
What do you mean?
Babe is a super top secret facility. They're not just gonna go ahead and let some outsider in so easily. But if they used it as bait... Oh, I see. Those wily bastards.
What is it? Tell me.
I'm thinking that a computer belonging to the city would be fully capable of hijacking any mind that accesses it. That'd be the fastest way for them to get to Yuito's power.
Then we have to break down this door right now.
Whoa, wait a second. We'll be found too. That's probably the worst thing we could do. There's gotta be another way.
I know. I might be able to force a brain talk connection from here.
Can you hear me, Yuito? Yuito! Yuito!
This feels like an SAS.
Yuito, are your thoughts leaking? Are you trying to connect to Babe?
What is... I can't... My body...
Is his brain really being hijacked like Kagero said? Stop! What you're doing is too dangerous. Cut the connection now! Can you hear me, Yuito?
Kasane? It seems like they were trying to hijack my brain. Thanks for disconnecting me.
He's talking to his team while I'm still connected. I think he's safe now.
Yuito, I forced myself in because I was nearby.
Kasane! You're in Togetsu too? Wait, before that, thanks for saving me.
Instead of thanking me, why don't you help me? Arashi and the others have been captured.
They have?
They're being held in some room, but I don't know which one. Are you in Babe's terminal? I want you to try to unlock all the doors in Togetsu from there.
Okay, I'll try.
Wait, if he unlocks everything...
Alarms?
Guess that was to be expected.
Kasane. Kasane? Arashi? Good. I can finally get through to you.
Seems like you're okay.
I'm glad you're okay too, Shiden. Let's rendezvous. I know where you are, so just wait for me to get there.
Hey, I'm not some kind of lost child.
I'll take care of the lost little boy. Hurry up and get us.
For you, it's the map design and its reuse. You feel like the game misses exploration or like sidetracks, but maybe it's because you're old and grumpy. Well, I can certainly agree with you in that regard, that I don't like the reuse of the game's locations, but I personally, I think labeling that as lazy is there's a lot of angles that I could tackle this from, but from my perspective, I think that reusing locations and assets and things like that, it's not a lazy thing. It's a really smart thing to do, because you can't create a new thing and then use it once and never again. So the idea of reusing something so that you can save time and money and resources so that you can work on other things, to me, is like a highly intelligent thing to do. It's like, holy cow, I can take this box and maybe I can rotate it, like 17 degrees, and now it's a completely different box and it's serving a completely different purpose. So I guess I look at it from that perspective. But as someone who's playing a game, I definitely sympathize with your point of view there, because I don't want to go through an area and do everything that I feel that I could do in that area, and then later on I go through that area and it's effectively the same thing. That's not interesting to me, and that's not compelling to me. But I wouldn't call that lazy. I would just say that it missed the mark. Like, they didn't do anything new to that area to make me feel like going there was worth the trouble for a second time, or visiting it a second time gave me a new experience. So that's how I would look at it. But aside from the laziness, I do agree with you as a whole. I do think that it misses the mark on revisiting old areas. Mad respect, as a game dev yourself, you know that anyone in game dev is definitely not lazy. Yeah, like, tangent here, sorry. But I feel like anyone who is doing their job is ultimately going to not be a lazy person. You could take shortcuts, but I don't think taking shortcuts is necessarily lazy either. I also think that goes more into efficiency. Sometimes, you need to take shortcuts. Sometimes you can't devote time, resources, etc. to projects that are just not feasible. Let's go back to one of the most famous examples for me on what I'd like to call too much ambition, and that's Xenogears. I won't, say anything specific about it, like spoil the game or anything like that, but I think Xenogears is an example of a game where I feel like someone can't call that, like, under no circumstances could someone call that or those developers lazy, because they tried to fit in so much stuff that the game just couldn't be finished because they were trying to do too much. And it's a perfect example of a game where you have to scale back what you're doing so that you can actually finish the game. Otherwise, someone else is going to walk in the door and say, what the heck are you doing? You're still on this part of the game. You should have been done with the game 6 months ago, you know? And now they have to start setting deadlines and all this other stuff. And those people who are setting those deadlines are taking the blame. But on the other hand, you know, the scope of the developer was maybe just too much. You know, they took on too much. They decided they wanted to do too much, and maybe they shouldn't have done that. So I think what it comes down to it is project management, planning, and execution, plus some wiggle room, is a super difficult thing to do. And in game development, something is always going to go wrong. So you gotta take that into account as well. I guess you can't speak much to the non-programmer side, but you haven't seen it yourself. Reusing assets is very smart, and every game does it. They are sometimes hidden better than others. You can also take a desert texture and change it white to become a tundra. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go.
Looks like you two aren't hurt.
Of course not. I was more worried about you, but it looks like you're fine.
Thanks to Kagero. I'd still be locked up if it wasn't for him.
I guess it means your shady lone wolf nature came in handy.
Guess so. Now, as much as I'd love to stick around for this touching, heartwarming reunion, time is of the essence here.
You're right. We should try to escape in all this confusion.
What's all that commotion anyway? Is that because of us?
It's Yuito Platoon. I don't know what they're doing, but they're in Togetsu too. We were able to save you thanks to them, though. And I'd like to thank them. But I guess I can't unless we get out of here.
Kind of want to talk to this person just to see what happens. Okay. Mine Engineer 2. I sound like I know about the process. I am not. I attribute most of my knowledge in this field to my what's the best way to put this? I went to school for 3D modeling. And while I won't say that, like, my idea or grasp on this subject was filled with lots of information and knowledge and things like that to make me understand it more, I think it extended the boundaries of what I could think is possible or not possible in kind of like the game design, you know, development space. Hold on. Raining outside and there's like hail. But I also did a QA tester job with that was basically a game tester job. I think I just said that. And that also helped me a lot. I think that probably helped me the most out of anything, because I saw the process of, this is a bug. How does this bug get fixed? Well, I submit this report to the developer, and the developer says, you know, like, okay, you know, thank you very much, or no, you know, we'll get to this, or we won't get to this. And I got to see a lot of internal processes of how things are prioritized. And then from there, it was more just, you know, what is the most logical thing that that would happen in the whole grand scope of what's going on. And you know, some conclusions I come to myself, you know, I make a lot of extrapolations and things like that, but it just, you know, it seems I don't want to call it a no-brainer, but it just feels like one of those things where if you look at it just below the surface, you could start to think like, okay, you know, how do I get from A to B to C to D? And how would I go about this process? And once you start thinking about it like that, or once I started thinking about it like that, you know, I started to come to these realizations. But I would definitely say the QA job was probably the most impactful. And the 3D modeling degree is like a supplemental part of it. They got rid of my save point guy, and that's just disrespectful.
I always thought Kyoka even was so innocent and didn't have a dishonest bone in her body.
I can't believe she's a Togetsu spy. You didn't meet her before, Kagero? No, never. Residents of Togetsu almost never communicate with each other.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of people complain about the bugs that are left in the game, but they don't see how many bugs have been fixed. They also blame QA for the bugs.
Good.
But
we managed to break it.
In my experience, like in my personal experience, we found, let's just say like 70% of all the bugs that anyone else finds. And the only reason that those bugs don't get fixed is because there's no time on the developer side to fix them, or there's other bugs that are of a much higher priority to fix. And so it doesn't make any sense to fix a flickering texture if, you know, the console is restarting once you reach a certain point in like a dialogue tree or something like that. You know, there's different degrees of severity of what those bugs are, and it's very easy to lose sight that, you know, like, I just encountered 5 bugs in a row. Why didn't they fix this? Like, well, maybe something else was a much bigger issue, and that was fixed, and I'm not dealing with that.
Phew, looks like we made it out. Man, my invisibility power really saved the day.
I'll admit that invisibility is useful, but doesn't it make you uneasy to have nobody notice you?
Right? You totally get me. That's why I like to shout after I use my power.
Damn you and your impulses. We're still in enemy territory. What if someone finds us?
No need to worry about that. They've already found us. Right, Kyoka?
So you noticed me.
What are you doing here, Kyoka?
I was already on alert when Kagero disappeared. Unfortunately, an unexpected visitor caused me to fall behind. I can't let you leave. We need you to reset this mistaken universe.
Here she comes. Get ready.
Wait a second. Explain what's going on.
Right. Why did you betray us?
It was all to undo past mistakes. That's why we need you, Kasane. Cool demeanor. Just like the Kyoka I met so long ago.
It's very possible the bugs players are seeing are known and just not shippable. Yep. One aspect you're not positive about regarding QA, most of it's bug finding, but much of it was like difficulty testing or testing, if it's fun. So, from my experience, there wasn't a whole lot of that. There was some of that, but it's kind of rare.
Watch yourself.
There's one specific developer that I won't name, but there were definitely times where we were like, you know, hey, this wasn't this isn't like that fun to do, or it would be like a better experience if it was like this. And I would get pushback from like the QA managers about it. And then, you know, if we pushed it through, you know, it would kind of get ignored on the QA side, which you know is kind of understandable. I guess it just depends on when you're trying to implement those kinds of things. You know, there are some QA teams that are definitely there for you know, is this fun, whatnot, but that's probably more on the game design side. I'm about to die. It's probably more on the game design side. But I think QA testers definitely do that as well. At least just in my experience, it's more rare. Or less common.
There's too much stress on her brain.
Stop! This is not... I don't know these theories. These memories aren't mine. I'm not Pope!
What are you talking about?
Have your memories been manipulated?
I wouldn't put something like that past Togetsu.
Kyoka, you have to remember, you're Kyoka Eden, our teammate.
I'm not sure that's going to work. If what I think happened really did, Kyoka's consciousness is the one that got tacked on after.
I don't know how much you know, but she's trying to fight whatever they did to her memory. If you can do something, help her.
You want to help her even though she's a Togetsu spy?
Oh, stuff it, Kagero. I want to get my teammate back.
Yeah.
Kyoka. No. Major Kyoka. I'm losing sight of who I am as well. But so many memories are helping me piece myself together as Kasane Randall. One of those memories is you welcoming me into Kyoka Platoon. You're Kyoka Eden. You're the commander who made me who I am. Kasane... Everyone...
Are you okay?
Sorry. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you.
Kyoka, I'm so relieved. You're back.
Not so fast. As much as I'd like that to be true, she could just be pretending.
Arashi! I thought you wanted to bring Kyoka back!
Sorry, but I'm not an idealist posing as a realist like you. I'm skeptical precisely because I want her back.
Yes. You're right to be skeptical. I really am a spy for Togetsu.
Since when? How long have you been deceiving us?
Since the beginning. I'm a Togetsu spy sent in to infiltrate Suo. We needed to awaken Kasane's power in order to fulfill Togetsu's agenda. My orders were to secretly protect Kasane, help her grow, and then lead her back to Togetsu once her Red String's power was awakened.
I see.
If you're planning on putting your espionage behind you, then I want you to tell me something. Who is Pope? Does it have to do with the way you acted?
I have the memories of Dr. Hitoyo Pope, the neuroscience expert and founder of the Togetsu faith. I used to be Dr. Pope herself a long time ago. But as I spent my years as Kyoka, Kyoka's memories began to build on each other, and they continued to grow stronger every day. It was only a matter of time before her personality took hold. Kasane, I didn't protect you because I was ordered to by Togetsu. I loved you. I loved you and everyone else on the team. Honestly, I loved everything about my life as Kyoka Eden. I knew this day would come, but I prayed so hard that it wouldn't. I had always hoped that your Red String's power would never awaken. Not that you would believe me.
Whether we believe you isn't important. What do you want to do?
What?
Arashi said you should only answer if you thought you're done being a spy. And you did. Are you planning on going back to Togetsu and spy for them again?
What is it that you want to do? You still haven't told us yet.
I am one of the design children. A clone that was created to carry out my mission. That was all I was required to think about. Failure means death. That used to be everything to the old me. But now it's different. Now, I have something I want to do. I can't be sure how much I can hold back Pope's consciousness. There's no guarantee that I'll be able to suppress it. So, being with me might put everyone in danger. I know what I did is unforgivable, and that I'm in no position to ask you for anything, but... this is where I want to be, with all of you. I want to protect Kasane. I want to protect all of you, because you gave my life meaning.
I believe you. I couldn't imagine that the warmth and kindness I've witnessed from you were all lies. You may be a little nosy from time to time, but that's just who you are.
Yeah, that's the Kyoka I know. If that was an act, then we deserve to be tricked. And don't worry, if this Pope ever does come out, I'll put you out of your misery. You can be assured of that.
So basically, you're saying you'll kill her if she betrays us. That's kind of scary.
It's nice you could joke about it. But unlike Kyoka, who told us everything, you haven't done anything to earn our trust.
Ouch, that hurts. You know, I'm the one who saved Kasane. Look, we can talk about me once we get out of here. I'm guessing they'll send more people after us when they realize Kyoka is missing.
That's true. Well, let's hurry then. Come on, Kyoka. You too. Nobody here objects, so obviously you're coming.
Thank you, all of you.
I wonder why I'm so obsessed with the term design children. I'll have to ask about it again later.
Wow, I leveled up!
I'm sorry I made you worry too, Haruka. That's okay. All I could do was watch, but I'm glad you came back. Welcome home.
So, Kyoka spends, let's just say she's 30 years old. She spends 30 years of her entire life being a spy. And after one fight with Kasane, she's putting all that behind her. Brainwash, gone.
This is pretty good.
Gotta love it. Wow, Kasane's team got zero information. They just got captured for going all this way. Yeah. We're gonna get more information here soon, but yeah.
Kasane, I'm getting multiple human readings some distance away. I believe it's Yuito platoon.
Copy that. Seems like they made it out too. Would be nice if we could exchange information with them.
Yuito, can you and your platoon hear me?
Kasane! Oh, I'm glad you're okay.
Are you near us? Yes, but we're closer to Togetsu than you, and we're still running. Let me make a suggestion. You learned something in there, right? Why don't we exchange intel? And we have a lot to talk about.
Okay. I was thinking the same thing.
Good, that settles it.
We'll be waiting halfway up Hiano Mountain.
Roger that. See you then.
If we're exchanging information, what are we gonna tell them about Kyoka?
I think we should tell them the truth. I just feel we'll regret it later if we try to hide it. Besides, there's something about Togetsu I haven't been able to tell you yet. But let's wait until we meet up with Yuito and his team.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious to know what it is. But yeah, it'll be more efficient to hear it then.
Well, let's head their way then.
So huge, you could just, like, teleport me over there, and I'd be okay with that.
There are resource readings in the area. I'll leave the pickup to you.
Now!
The enemy is attacking with electricity. You'll be shocked and unable to move if it hits you. Next! It dropped something rare.
I'll kill you!
Your finisher was good, Kasane.
The fact that there are trucks right there, I like it. I need to mark